Have you ever noticed how easy it is to look successful? Long before you actually are. You see someone driving a new car, wearing expensive clothes, traveling often. And quietly, without saying it out loud, your brain registers something important. This is what progress looks like. But what if a large part of what we call success today is actually just well-managed debt? Let's walk through a very ordinary scenario. Imagine someone in the United States or Europe, late 20s or early 30s, earning about $4,500 a month after tax. Not rich, but doing fine. Rent in a decent area is $1,400. Car payment, $450. Student loans, $300. Credit cards, maybe $200 in minimum payments. Phone plan, subscriptions, insurance, groceries, occasional dinners out. By the end of the month, maybe $300 or $400 remains. From the outside, this person looks stable. Good job, nice apartment, reliable car, active social life. But financially, something subtle is happening. Most of the money that could be building wealth is being used to signal success instead. This is what status spending looks like. It rarely feels irresponsible. In fact, it often feels logical. A better car, because your job requires it. A nicer apartment because you work hard and deserve it. Upgraded clothes because your peers dress the same way. The system supports this thinking. Financing makes everything affordable in small pieces. Monthly payments hide the true price. Lifestyle marketing tells you this is normal adult life. But here's the quiet trade-off most people never calculate. Let's take that $450 car payment. Over 5 years, that's about $27,000. If instead someone drove a modest paid-off car and invested that same $450 monthly at a reasonable long-term return, say 7%, after 20 years. That money becomes roughly $235,000, not from a lucky stock pick, not from a side hustle, just from not needing to look successful early. Now to multiply the upgrades, luxury phone every designer brands, individually choice. Together, they decide whether you reach financial independence or stay permanently dependent on your salary. The psychological reason this happens is deeply human. We are social creatures. Our brains measure safety and status by comparison. When people around us upgrade, we feel pressure to match. Not because we're greedy, but because belonging matters. There's also timing distortion. Spending gives immediate emotional reward. Investing feels abstract. You see the car today. You don't see retirement for 30 years. So the brain assigns more value to what feels real now. And there's another layer. Modern economies quietly depend on this behavior. Consumer credit fuels growth. Advertising is designed to make restraint feel like falling behind. Success is displayed visually, but financial stability is invisible. No one posts a photo of their emergency fund. If this pattern continues for decades, the impact is rarely dramatic, but it is powerful. Retirement arrives later than planned. Career risks feel dangerous because savings are thin. Job stress stays high because freedom is limited. Wealth remains something admired, but never experienced. And here's the uncomfortable part. Many people earning very good salaries never become wealthy. And many wealthy people never looked successful while building it. Because financially intelligent people tend to think in a very different way. They don't ask, "Can I afford this monthly payment?" They ask, What does this delay? They don't view status as something to display. They treat it as something to secure quietly. They understand that wealth is not built by big dramatic moves, but by consistent gaps between income and lifestyle, gaps large enough to invest, compound, and protect future options. Their homes might be modest compared to income. Their cars often unremarkable. Their spending intentional, not reactive. Not because they lack taste, but because they value something else more. Flexibility, the ability to leave a job, to reduce stress, to support family, to age without financial fear. This isn't about rejecting comfort or living deprived. It's about recognizing that every status upgrade has a shadow cost measured not in money today, but in time and freedom tomorrow. And once you see that trade-off clearly, something interesting happens. The appeal of impressing strangers weakens. The satisfaction of building quiet stability grows. And financial decisions become calmer, not emotional. You stop asking how to look successful and start asking how to become secure. That shift alone, without any tricks or hacks, quietly changes financial trajectories. If this perspective helped you think more clearly about money and lifestyle, consider subscribing. I share more calm, honest conversations about how financial decisions shape our lives without hype, without pressure, just clear thinking.